Good afternoon, guys. Sorry about the delay there. Just tying up a couple of other bits. Time got away from me, including stuffing my lunch down my mouth. Hope you're all doing well, team. Right, cool. Let's have a look. 1, 5, 15. Yeah, I know. I did notice that actually. I did notice that earlier. It was like a floating head on stream. Oh, jeez. Right. Do you think oil could go down and retest the 1 hour 200 EMA today or the 50 on the daily? These two are identical. If it retests the 1 on then it implies that the retest the 50 of the daily. Yes, Geeks for Sci-Fi, that is correct. I have no idea though. I haven't actually looked at oil myself whatsoever. Let's have a look. See what oil's doing. So, what was it? 1 hour 2, which is trading at 57.65, and the daily 50, which is trading at 56. Or the daily 200 at 57, 56, 65. Yeah, pretty much. I'd assume that. Is looking as well at the moment. It is looking like it's topping out a bit here as well. Let's go back down to the 1. Yeah. Yeah, it's looking good. Okay, cool. Right. Afternoon, Michelle. Yeah, no worries. It's going to be good. Well, fingers crossed it's going to be good. Momentum does seem like it's picking up in the markets. The pound at the moment is bouncing back, closing another ATMA gap, so have to wait and see. We may indeed take some pound longs. We will just have to wait and see. Let's have a look. Changing my indices down to the 1 hour time frame so we get a better perspective of things on the intraday. Okay, so the dollar's having a nice push at the moment. The euro's looking quite weak at this stage. The Australian dollar's also making a push down. The yen's entirely flat. Canadian dollar's having a nice push as well. Okay, cool. So immediately what's jumping out at me is probably going to be cable, maybe. No, actually GA, sorry. Let's have a look at GA for a moment. Yeah, so GA is looking absolutely wonderful at this stage. Let's have a look at the 1. What happened to the long-term short on gold? Well, it's still short, Richard. Yeah, it's still short, very much short. It'll be short for months, mate. Absolutely months. If we look, just open this one up for a moment. Gold. It is Friday again. Yes, it is. Yeah, so that's the long-term short on gold, Richard. We are very much at the front of it at the moment. I mean, there you go. That is the long-term short on gold so far. A fraction of the way down. This is not the correct price to time ratio either. I should imagine, moving from here, I'd be looking at about 470 to 530 days. So that's probably what I'd be looking at. By this time as well, we will probably have to edit our TP because you only want to be targeting the bottom of the trend. Okay, so as time goes on, the further the time goes, the TP will be heightened and heightened and heightened over time. You may find that over the duration of the trade, we may even have to remove the last trade idea and only take 3 positions and not the full 4. That's something that happens long-term trading. You know, you have to edit your TPs and have that adaptability to the market condition. But that's what it is at the moment, Richard. That's what it looks like. We are a staggering 86 pips up, I believe. Around about 86 pips up on it at the moment. Right, anyway, enough of that. We're not here for long-term stuff. We are here for the short-term plays. So GA is looking pretty good at the moment. We've had a retest of the 1 hour 200, the 1 hour 50, sorry. So could we potentially be looking at the continued weakness, or are we going to get a break and a close back above the 1 hour 50? This one is looking pretty good. We could actually take, well, not in 18 minutes time, to be fair, because we're going to need another 1 hour candlestick on that one. But it is looking pretty good at the moment. 5 minute 200's in the way there as well. Pound CAD having a push to the downside on the 15. Euro NZD. Okay, so the NZD is really coming down now for its pullback. Euro NZD long. One hour ATMA gap close. Daily 8. Yeah, we could. Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah. Andrew's trading against me. No, I don't think he is actually. No, I think Andrew's on side as far as I can remember. Okay, I'm just looking at this hour at the moment. Don't really like trading this, like, you know, directly beneath the 8 on this 1 hour time frame, because you can often find price action will just reach this ATMA on the 1 hour and then just have another red candlestick down to the lows again. So it's the only reason I'm not a massive fan of it. It has done quite nicely already. We've had about 20 pips in it to the upside. Oh, right, sorry, yeah. Mystery buy makes huge options bet on gold hitting $4,000. Yeah, he's going to be a sorry man. I should imagine, anyway. Who knows? Who knows? I'm going to leave that one for a minute. Let's have a look at EA. Okay, that's pretty interesting. We've got this starting to form at the bottom of the Euro Oz here. Okay. I'm going to stick this up here at the highs. Okay, cool. That looks pretty good. Get a momentum push up to 162.70, possibly. Going to completely ignore the moving averages here. Okay, so I'm going to wait for a 5-minute pullback on the Euro Oz. Yeah, I'll wait for a 5 minute pullback on the Euro Oz and see how this 1 hour candlestick closes. Maybe take a trade long in the EA. Hi, Delif. Yes, always, Craggy. Always. There's too many variables to watch with the system. There is no kind of automation whatsoever, because you are giving the control from yourself over to a computer terminal, and I don't like that. I like being in control of all things. I'm a bit of a control freak. So yeah, market price is always something that I look for. Thing is, the moving averages are moving averages, and therefore they're always moving. So with that understanding, you've got to get in at market price wherever that may be. There is no direct level where you could predetermined entry points, because it just wouldn't work, because the levels are always changing. I am liking this EA long idea though. Just got to give it 10 minutes. I really want to give it 10 minutes for all the 1 hour candlesticks to open up at the moment on these. Let's have a look at GA. Okay, that's having a bit of a wobble underneath the 1 hour 50 there. It's looking good. Pound CAD. Pound CAD's looking absolutely horrendous. Don't want to be touching that one at all at the moment. Pound yen. Okay, pound yen. What's the yen doing at the moment? Yen on the 1 hour time frame is doing absolutely nothing, but the pound is now starting to come back down. Yeah, it's just closing the gaps up again, Soul Trader. It's just closing those 1 hour's gaps, because this one opened with a gap as well, and that one did as well. I imagine it will continue to do this and come up for a retest of the 50, which is my initial plan. But yeah, we'll wait and see. I certainly wouldn't be long pound looking at this at the moment. NZD is doing all the work on that one. I don't want to take that directly above the 50. Okay, cool. I like the look of this one. Yeah, for a continuation. Not really going to be much of a scalping trade, that one, but I do really like what I'm seeing on the 5 and the 1. Right, criteria met. 5 minute continuations, absolutely fine. Pull back to the 21. Okay, so on this one, we've just had a pullback to the 50 period moving average. We've got a series of high lows being formed here on all time frames. We've just come from the previous ceiling, heading down to the floor of what could be called a relative range at the moment on cable. So we have got a path of least resistance in 10 minutes time if the candlestick closes where it is to the downside. Okay, so again, we are going to be waiting for these 10 minutes. We are going to be waiting the 10 minutes, guys. I'm not going to be executing any trades on any of the currency instruments until I get the next candle opening up, okay, to see where we are. But I would have your brokers open and ready for the GU, because I really like that one short. I am just going to check quickly. Yeah, we're absolutely clear as well for that. Absolutely clear. Nice. Max, do you consider investor sentiments before you go live, or do you just go through all the pairs? Investor, well, like retail currency sentiment. Is that what you mean? S&P 500. I'll check that in 2 moments, Finny. Yeah, Dad, do you mean retail invest? Yeah, no, I don't give it any kind of weight whatsoever. I've never used sentiment to trade. I probably, well, very likely never will. The thing is, data can be bought by big guys. Yeah, so if you're a big bank or you're one of the partners of wherever you're reviewing your sentiment data on, that data very likely, well, it's a sweeping statement to say it is, so I'm not going to talk in absolutes because it might not be, but from my personal and previous experience in the industry, that data can just be bought and just put out there. So you look at the 88% retail sentiment long on euro dollar, okay, so you're thinking, okay, everyone's long euro dollar, so I'm going to short it. That data's just been bought, and it really is going to go long. So yeah, there's no system or anything in place using retail sentiment to trade. For me personally, I'm not going to criticize anyone else doing it. That's absolutely fine. You've got to do what works for you. But for me, that's not any good. Not any good for me. Right, 8 minutes to go. Let's have a look at S&P while we wait for all these candlesticks to finish opening up. Okay, yeah, S&P looks quite nice. It's already on its way though, unfortunately, this one. It's kind of already on its way at the moment, this one. 5 minute and 1 minute's quite nice. I'd have to wait for a pullback to come back down to around the 50 on the 50 EMA. Yeah. But yeah, it does look pretty good. Yeah, it does look pretty good. Not bad. I'm already long BTC, Alan, man. I'm waiting for next week, but I've already got a long bias on it. Probably not going to be trading this one at the moment. Yeah, it's doing very nicely though. Let's have a look at that on the daily. Yeah, it's looking really nice. That is looking really nice, actually. Daily's looking gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll wait for a pullback, maybe. No, I'm not long. I'm not long it now. I've got a long bias on it. I was waiting till next week, geeks for sci-fi. Yeah, that's right, mate. Yeah, I wasn't convinced. Yeah, I was waiting till next week for it. It looks like Friday's takeoff is taking place at the moment. If so, it's fine though. There'll be a pullback on the 1 hour and the 4 hour timeframes for ATMA gap closes, and then we can get in long up to the 50. God, imagine my luck if I missed the first move and just watched it go away, and then did the exact same for the one to the upside. I would eat my baseball cap. Alright, let's go back down, check cable again. Yeah, I'm really liking the look of cable at the moment. Just got a couple of more minutes to go, 5 minutes. No, you're absolutely right. Well, we don't need a retest. That's the thing. When you're taking a long, you don't wait for a retest of the 8-period moving average. You just continue on. So yeah, it is a lovely move to the upside it's having at the moment though. About 321 so far over the course of an hour and a half. Or 32,200 if you're looking at the completely wrong number and you don't take the decimals out. We could potentially go for a BTC long, actually, guys. We could potentially do this. Pull back to the 5 minute ATMA. Let's have a quick look at target profits. So we go up here to the 1 hour time frame. We've still got 5 minutes to go for this pullback, so we've got plenty of time. Okay, so we've got a bit of a, it's not accurate, but we've got a bit of a head and shoulders as well. A little bit of a head and shoulders going on at the moment. Beautiful reversal pattern, this one as well. Really, really nice. So straight down. Yeah. So that's looking pretty nice, this one actually. So if we look at potential areas for TPs following a pullback, we've got this area up here. And then we have also got this area running up here as well. Okay, so 81.30 and 83.85, both looking like nice areas for a TP. Now if we go back up to the daily time frame for a moment, okay, where does the second target take place without me even knowing where the 50 EMA is? Lands right on top of it, doesn't it? Yeah. So that one running right the way through there is a lovely area, even on the daily time frame. Lots of tops, lots of bottoms in the market. It's an area of interest on the daily time frame for sure, and it's running right up there with the daily 50. So we come back down, switch that back down to the 1 hour time frame. Good afternoon, Spirit Trader. I hope you've got a bottle ready. And then we wait for the 5-minute entry criteria. Okay, so I mean, I like this. I do actually like this long, guys. So let's get ready for this one. This one probably isn't going to be so much of a scalping trade. This is probably going to end up being a bit of an intraday trade. Okay, so with that understanding in mind, I am just going to five, 15. No. Intraday trades can hold anywhere up to a week. Even if it's from Monday to Friday, it can still be intraday. Scalping usually is done in, I'd say, like an hour. Maybe like anywhere beneath an hour, and you're scalping the market. That's just my personal opinion, really. It's all opinion. I don't think there's any sort of set or in stone criteria behind what's what, unless you go up to swing positional trading, which is going to be weeks and months at a time, you know. I'm just going to get this long ready. I'm going to come down here to the 8, wherever that may be. I'm just going to go to the 1st. So okay, nice. Okay, so this is going to be my stop loss, guys, okay? So the stop loss for BTC is going to be 75.52.27. Now the reason is because if I go back through time, I can see that both of these levels, 76.37 and 75.80, are both relatively key points on the intraday perspective, on the scalper perspective, and the recent price action in Bitcoin at the moment, okay? So we have these lows that have been hit numerous times, and we have the highs which have been hit numerous times. Therefore, if I am to take a position here and have my stop loss in this area, I have 1 and 2 defenses, but I also have the 50 period moving average moving up through the stop loss. I have the 200 EMA on the 5 minutes slowly moving up through the stop loss. Okay, so as time goes on and these moving averages become, fanned out and stuff, I'm going to have a lot of protection for price moving down and hitting the stop loss. So with that in place, I'm then comfortable having my stop at 75.52. Okay, so that is the reasoning there for that stop, and that's how I would think about it before implementing it. This looks like it's going to be correcting through time and not through price at the moment. Doesn't look like a pullback is going to be coming into play too much, but I'm just going to sit tight and wait for it. On the pound at the moment, we've come down to retest the 50. Now the dollar looks like it's got an 80 EMA gap as well, which is good for the BTC position, admittedly, but not for the cable. Swiss is plunging off the edge of a cliff at the moment. Just learned a good lesson about greed with GN. Discipline is very important. Okay, good. What was the lesson, Nociso? I mean, I know what the lesson is, but what happened? Yeah, GA is looking pretty good. It is looking pretty good. Problem is, it's not GA. You can't really ignore these moving averages, because this is very much a trending market. We are not in the range anymore. It's the only thing I'm kind of fighting with on the side. Oh, hurry up, come on. I want to get moving on to the next. I don't want to miss the entry on this one though. I took a ridiculous lot size on one of my smaller accounts and got wiped out. Unfortunately, yeah, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. It does happen. It's all about risk management, guys. Okay, how many other people around the world, Nociso, do you reckon are doing the exact same thing? Everybody does it. Everybody. Those ridiculous percentages of 90% of whatever it is of retail traders fail. They all of them are doing things like this. All of them. Okay, pullback's taking place. Yeah, it depends. I mean, yeah. But if you see where the entry is, that's 50% of this 15-minute candlestick. So that's where I should imagine the next candlestick's going to open. And then from then the 8-period moving average, yeah, there will be a gap, I should imagine, but Yeah, I have no idea really. I'm not really sure on that. The 80 MA gap at the moment's not that bad. On the next one, it could just come straight up and not be that bad again. All right, I'll sit tight with it. I'll sit tight with it. Oh, struggling at this level at the moment. No, not ready to take that. Not ready to take that one yet either. Ian is in beast mode. Hey Max, this is my first time on the US live stream as I just finished work. 12 a.m. here in Aussie. How long do you normally stream the Open for? Well, I don't usually. This isn't like a usual thing. I'm going to be on here for another hour at least, I should imagine. It's a bit more of a relaxed atmosphere on a Friday afternoon. I haven't got any time constraints. So I'm just going to sit here and search for any potential short-term trading opportunities and have a live trading session, which is generally the idea of this session in the first place. As it happens, Fridays are not amazingly good for this kind of thing. So I'm just going to sit back, do my thing, shout out what I'm feeling, shout out what I'm seeing, do the technical analysis before executing the trade, and take you guys through the full 360-degree process of analysis through to execution. And yeah, basically, see what happens after that. I mean, even though we're live trading and it's all a bit of fun, it's more than anything for educational reasons. So you guys can pick up exactly what to do with the system and exactly how my brain thinks when I look at the markets. So yeah, the unfortunate side of things are there is a bit of waiting around. There is, you can't get away from it. If you're doing a live trading session, it's not unfortunately standing there shouting off buy and sell and buy and sell. That's not really trading as such, because we really want to be focused on following the system and the rules. Max, I have a question. My DAX index in Metafor is, do you think the number doesn't match with DAX index in Trading View? Do you know which index? DE30. You look at the 30 largest of the DAX. DE30 in Trading View. Yeah, so what? You're saying your Metafor symbol is DE30? Oh, right. Yeah, okay, yeah, no worries. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. It's just DE30. Awesome. Retest to the 200. 8 gap close. Right, guys. I'm probably gonna be taking an EA. Probably gonna be taking an EA long. Probably gonna be taking an EA long in a moment. Criteria met. Just waiting for that 5-minute retest of the 200 period moving average. I am completely ignoring the moving averages because price action is ranging. Okay, so they don't mean anything whatsoever to me. I'm having my stop loss down here, which is just below the previous lows. Okay, previous low is around 162.25. I'm having my stop loss at 162.20 or 22 actually to be exact. I'm going to execute the position when it comes back down to close the gap to the 8-period moving average on the 5-minute time frame and a retest of the potential 200. It's correcting through time and not through price at the moment, but we are going to wait and be patient. Okay, my target profit is just below this high. Okay, so this is essentially acting as the ceiling of the range for us, and this is the floor. Okay, we were looking at this one earlier on as well, but it's we got onto other things and completely missed the boat on it. So we're just going to wait for the pullback for re-entry opportunity and then take the long back up to 162.80, giving us a 30 pip trade. So just holding tight on that one now. Let's go back here. I'm just going to take this off, have 3 set up. Just going to go back to cable as well. I did like that cable trade. Path of least resistance on all time frames is to the downside. I really like that for a full. Criteria met on the 1 and the 15 as well. Okay. It's a bit of a rare instance, this one. But I'm going to be likely going to be taking a long in the euro and a short in the dollar. Long euro Oz and and a long in the dollar. Long euro Oz and long dollar in the cable. So what I'm going to be doing now is GA. Okay, looking at the path of least resistance, which has been created here with a break in the close under the 200 on the 1. We've got a nice continual pattern down here underneath the moving averages with a fresh death cross on the 15-minute. And I'm also going to be looking at this area here where we are well beneath the moving averages. My stop loss is going to be right up here. Okay, so it's going to be a 40 pip stop just above that previous high. And my target profit is going to be down there at the low of the range. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at targeting around about, let's have a look, just in there, 128.30. Okay. All right, go for it, guys. Go for it. Okay, cable short. That one's not going to be a scalp by any stretch. But I do like that for a little afternoon position there. Okay, so I'm just going to lock that, make sure it doesn't move. Are you still short on EN? I haven't taken a trade on EN on this session, Omar. No trade taken on that one. I'm just going to whiz back over to the Euro Oz. Still waiting for this one to pull back down. Okay, so that's looking fine. What's BTC doing? 50-minute time frame. Greg's, you're absolutely spot on, mate. Lovely pullback opportunity for a better re-entry point there. So good man. Well done, Greg's, on that one. Euro Oz is the next one. GN. Yeah, I'm short GN as well, but different account, mate. Different account. Can you write TP for GU? Yes, of course. Yeah. GU shorts. So GU, my exact entry is 128.87. So the stop loss for this one is not it's not 28.30. Okay, so it's 1.2830 for the stop. For the TP. The TP is 128.30. The stop loss is 129.25. Okay, 129.25 is the stop loss. So stop loss 129.25. TP is 128.30. GU short. Right, flashing back. EA. Oh, come on, hurry up. Got a massive gap on the 15-minute time frame as well now, so that'll be even better. Possible better re-entry point. I'm going to move that down there. Okay, nice. These 15-minute gaps are going to be closed up shortly. Excuse me. That's going to be the low of the move. That's going to be the high of the move. That's going to be no man's land number 1. And that's going to be no man's land number 2. Cool. Right, that's GU done, locked in. Go back. Everyone's taking his time. Right, Max, sorry, real scalping works between minute 1 and minute 5. I know, no, you're absolutely right. That's why I said very clearly, Detlef, this is probably not a scalping position. It is more likely an intraday position, simply because of the time duration of the position. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right there, Detlef. You're absolutely right. Got to be wary about trading against these gaps though, because on a 1-minute time frame and a 5-minute time frame like this, that 15-minute gap would not be seen on the 1 hour if you were using that for your anchor. We could, I'll tell you what we'll do, if you want to do an intraday trade, right, or a scalping position. Actually, no, because your guys' spreads are probably mental on that. I mean, my spreads are 6 at the moment on this, and that's 6 out of 88, so I'm not really too fussed. How's everybody else's spreads on BTC? Yeah, there's no chance in hell you want to be taking that then. Absolutely no chance in hell. Okay, yeah, yours is 6 as well, Jones. Yeah, that's good. That's the same as mine. I've got 6 as well. 116 decimals, so you've got 11.6, Carol, I imagine, on yours. But yeah, the 50 and the 70. That's crazy. That's crazy. I scrap that. I'm not going to bother shorting that one down to the 15-minute 50. I'll just wait. I'll just wait on that one. Let's go super low. Whose trade idea is that? No idea what that's from. Certainly not mine. Right. No, not interested. EuroCAD. No, not interested. Geez, coming back up on us. That's fine. Euros. Gap close underway. Just going to get that ready. Get that ready for on. Max, I was stopped out on gold today. Probably a bigger spread than yours. Must have been, Marin. Yeah, must have been. EA move the entry to the 15-minute 50. Allow for the repaint. Yes. Yes. Euro NZD is looking really tasty. Really tasty. Let's have a look at that on the daily. There's that daily 8, just underneath it. 171.75. 171.75. NZD on top of the 50 EMA at the moment. Not a massive fan of that. Yeah. It is looking pretty good. $71.75. Left, I really need to go to bed. Been working since 8, but can't seem to walk away. Sleep's more important than the markets, mate. Way more. Which platform? Oh, which broker? No, I use LMAX, Anita. LMAX. I don't use IC Markets or Blueberry. I am soon enough, hopefully, going to be opening up an account for a particular reason with one of our own brokers to give it a bit of a try out, but haven't got any experience with either of them yet. Apart from meeting the guys from both of them, of course, who are very, very lovely people, very lovely people. Oh, guys, I tell you what, I don't know if struggling to get my head in this at the moment. Everything's almost like, kind of taken off before we got on. I mean, a lot of these moves started as soon as I came on. It's a lovely rejection candlestick. It's all good looking at it, but now it's just sort of a waiting game to getting it a good entry point. This is a trending market as well, so do I want to be taking a long directly underneath the 50? Absolutely not. I give it weight here because we are trending. It's not range bound, so even if I did want to take a long, it goes against the rules, so it throws it straight out of the bag. GA long, got to wait another half an hour at least. That'll take us to 3 o'clock for that to break and close above the 50. This is not a ranging market. This is trend bound again, so I need to wait for that one. Max, which broker do you recommend for residents in Canada? That's a really good question, mate. Gotta be honest with you, buddy. I'm not here to recommend brokers. Is the cold hard truth. I have no experience with any Canadian brokers or Canadian traders for that matter. You are probably one of the first, unless somebody else is from Canada and I don't know. But yeah, I really wouldn't know. I don't really like recommending things I don't have any sort of clarity around myself. I don't want to go and recommend a couple of options and then you try them out and they end up being rubbish. I would do your due diligence. Use things like Forex Peace Army. They're very, very good at vetting, certain brokers, and just do your research from there. Yeah, I would be of the same thinking there, Marin, except for the daily 8, because there's a big daily 8 gap on the EN that it's heading up to at the moment. So, all right, Greg's has already answered that question. I'll just be quiet. But yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking as well. Mm-mm. 50 retest on the GM. Should have waited. Bloody hell. Wow. 56.65 is going to be achieved really quickly. Where's everybody talking about oil? I thought more people would have been talking about oil at the moment. Wow, what a drop off here. Almost a 2% drop in oil over the course of 45 minutes. Oh, sorry, geeks. I didn't see it, mate. Sorry, I missed your comment. Yeah, bloody hell, that looks very nice. Too late now. Yeah, you're not the only one, Linda Sim. Yeah. Retest of the 200 EMA, absolutely spot on. Might find a bit of a support from here. Crikey, Adrian. Max, what about CAD Yen? Path of least resistance on daily is up. Last 5 days bullish. CAD Yen. Let's check it out. Yeah, no problem, Davo. I'm sorry it wasn't more interesting, mate. It's pretty stereotypical Friday afternoon. Got some nice moves, but just everything's gone away a bit quick. CAD Yen. Yeah, we've gotten the retest of the daily 200. That's actually not a bad shout, Marin. That's actually not a bad shout at all. Not really going to worry about breaking a close through this area because the daily 200 is what we're looking at. So what's that? 82.17. 82.17 for a TP. Yeah, I like that, Marin. I'll take that. CAD yen short. Bearish path of least resistance. Taking a retest to the daily 200. Scalping position by all means, but we are just trading a daily retest. I'm just going to quickly double check the one. Why did I check the one? Counter trend trade, should know. Can't take it. Can't take it. Gotta wait. Can't take it. Not gonna do it. Not worth the risk. Moving averages are my friends. You check the one because you are good, and that is how you. Yeah, well, quite right, Carol. Yeah, I know. I was only winding myself up. But yeah, can't take it. Doesn't meet the criteria. Guys, what's going on? What's going on with all this? Let's have a look at the Euro Oz once again. What's going on here? 15. 15 minutes, still not doing absolutely anything. Still making highs, still correcting through time and not through price. Okay, no reason. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It is indeed. No worries, Marin. I'll only think it'd be short down to the 200. That's what I'd be looking at for the CAD yen, and it's only 20 pips down, so it's nothing to concern yourself with. Yeah, oil's absolutely wonderful. Not catching that falling knife though. Gold long. Closing the daily 8 gap. Right bang in the centre of the candlestick at the moment. Lovely rejection from the previous low. Scoop this out on the 15 minute for a second here. Where is the daily 8? We already have closed that gap essentially, so it doesn't need to rise anymore. Okay, let's have a look at this quickly. Beautiful. Waveline support. And could we be getting ready for a new range in gold? So Something like that. Highs, lows. Range bound at the moment. Where is that up there? No. 1456. Where's 60s? Up here. One level that I like is there. One level that I like is here. 1458, 1460. Coming down for the 1 minute retest. Awesome. Yeah, I know. Oil is. There's no. I'm not getting involved in that though. There's no way I'm getting involved in oil. I'm not catching that. That's a falling knife. Not making anything at the moment, Andrew. Not making much of anything at the moment, mate. Not losing anything though either. Just not really doing much of anything. I like gold long though. I like the series of daily candlesticks that we've got going on here at the moment as well. 1 hour. 1 hour range bound price action as well. Don't give a monkey's about the 50 period moving average there on the one. Just got the retest completed on the 1 minute time frame there. If we get a break and a close back underneath the moving average, it's going to invalidate the trade. So just going to wait and see what's happening on this 1 minute time frame. Price action can spike all the way through it. I don't care. All I care about is getting the close above. It's all I care about. ATMA gaps being closed on the 5 minute time frame as well. So like a double rejection of the 200 on the 5, but again, not really going to be too concerned about that. Okay, let's just watch this 1 minute candlestick now, see what's going on. Okay, nice. Looks like we could start to get a doji here on the 1 minute. I'm just going to wait for the next 15 just to sort this out. Potentially. And we get the continuation play. Yes. Yeah, Kenjin, they are exponential, yeah. Right, we've got a doji close now as well. Just going to bring this back down again a little bit. Right, I'm taking a gold long. I'm going to take this gold long. So floor of the range reversal idea. Just using the previous lows as a baseline of support. And using these highs as our basic target, okay? So the ceiling and the floor of the range. Range has only been active now for, what, 5 days, 4 days? It's not got a ton of validity here at the moment. So I am going to be actively reducing my risk on the position size on this one, okay? So I'm using a smaller position size on this for the sake of a couple of data points not being quite there with the range at the moment, okay? This is going to come down now just a little bit, tuck in on that 8 period moving average. 14.55.68 is going to be my aimed entry. Right, triggered. Okay, so gold. Gold long entry 14.55. Well, hey, not 5 million. 55.58. Stop loss is 14.52.64. TP is 14.60. I'm going to call it 14.60 flat. Okay, 14.60 flat on that one. And this is pure and simple range bound trading, okay? Floor and the ceiling. Okay, primarily the ceiling is up here, but I'm not going to aim for that high of the move. I'm going to aim just below it, which is about this area. Right, cool. So gold long. Cable's doing bloody awful at the moment. Okay, so gold long and cable short. That's the only two we've got in then, guys, at the moment on this one. Max, any insights for oil? Well, I mean, at the beginning of the stream, someone was calling 1450. What is it? 56.65 from memory. Someone called 56.65, and I agreed with it for a retest of the daily moving averages, the daily 50 or the daily 200, whichever one came first. So that one's, I mean, that's just fallen off the edge of a cliff at the moment, hasn't it? I mean, that is just one bar, isn't it? Straight the way down. Let's have a look on the 4-hour time frame there. Yeah, so straight down to the 200 EMA. It's a 4-hour EMA gap close that was done within the space of an hour. So now that we've done that, I mean, what's next from here, guys? What are we going to be waiting for? You already know the answers to this. I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, the long opportunity in oil is. Let's have a look at that area around there. Drag that up. Okay, so that's approximately the 4-hour channel that oil's in at the moment. Okay, So with this understanding then, we've already seen this lower limit tested repeatedly. 200 EMA has been broken underneath. So on that basis, I'm not really willing to go long oil at this stage. I'd be more willing to go long oil down at around 56.13 potentially. So no, I'm not going to be going long on oil. In shorts, I'm not going to be short oil either. We've now reached a position where shorts are out of the question and longs are not ready yet. So at the moment, I would be sitting on my hands. I'm not going to be trading oil before the weekend, guys. You know, I'm not going to be trading. I'm not going to be going out and actively trading oil this afternoon between me getting off the stream and going home. But if I really had an undying urge to be getting involved with oil this evening, I wouldn't be trading it short or long. I'd still be waiting. So yeah, you know, you've got to. I reckon oil's likely to come down, test the lower limit of the channel around 56 to 56.15. That would be my target for oil. And then from there on, we could get a retest of the highs. However, if we get a break and a close through the bottom of the channel, where does everyone think oil will go then? Up, of course. We get a break through the bottom of the channel, straight back down to 52.51. That would be my bias. So potential trade opportunity for next week, trades from 56 outside the bottom of the channel, TP back down at back down here 51.50, 51.50, 51.50. That'd be a potential trading idea, possible. Right, guys. I'm going to wrap things up. There. It's been interesting, I guess. I tell you what, Friday afternoons, I might have to do these kind of sessions. If I want to do this session, I'll do it on a Wednesday or something. Because the only problem is with the other things that I've got going on at the time, it's just, I don't know. Friday afternoons are always a little bit funny. We did get the nice market volatility, but by the time we got ready for the setups, I mean, everything had taken off already. I don't know what gold's doing at the moment. So gold, 15-minute time frame. So gold's doing okay. We're in a gold long on the basis of a rejection of the floor criteria met on the system. So that's, you know, it's nowhere near done yet, but it does look all right for a 43 pip win for the afternoon, possibly. Cable will not be looking good at all, I should imagine. So cable's coming back up for a retest of the 15 period moving averages. Our stops are well up here, so that's not too much of a problem. But, you know, dollar's coming down to close an ATMA gap itself on the index now. Pound's bouncing off its 50 period moving average, and it's, yeah, not looking great at all. So they are our two from today. No super short-term trades were even taken, I don't think, were they? Not from memory. So we're just relying on gold and cable for the afternoon. I am going to leave those trades open as well, guys. Okay, I'm not going to muck around with them. So therefore, don't worry about me messaging you late on this evening saying, "Oh yeah, don't forget we're going to be exiting our trades," because we're not. I mean, I'm going to leave them to go. So, with that in mind, guys, it's been a pleasure as always. It's been a pretty good week in terms of talking points and coverage in the live analysis. I mean, let's be fair, the market at the moment is like a dead duck. It's just, you know, it has these intermittent little intraday pushes, which are great, but we're not really getting any consistency in terms of trend direction and that. It's the last week of the month. We're leading into the Christmas period. It's always like it. It's one of those unfortunate things. So just sit tight. Remember to be picky as hell with your trades. And I will get these uploaded to the workshop as well, so you guys can kind of get a bit of insight there if you ever want to revisit it, and you can get a bit more insight into how I think and what kind of analysis I do and stuff. So guys, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Look forward to catching up with you on Monday. So take care, trade safe, and good luck, guys. See you then.